From the streets to the Olympics is more than a punchline. It's a dream for a generation of pioneers. Men and women who sacrifice years of their professional and private lives to go all in on this brand new game of 3x3 basketball. And trust me, it's a game like no other, really. The fastest team sport in the world, a 10-minute sprint, which can also be over before the limit if a team reaches 21 points, just 3 players, no coaches on the court, it's half court, half amazing, and a new bridge between sport and entertainment with nonstop music and events like urban culture festivals. On June 9, 2017, the IOC liked it so much they put 5 rings on it by adding 3x3 to the Olympic program. 2 years later, on November 1st, 2019, 8 of the 16 qualified teams were announced based on the FIBA 3x3 Federation ranking. China and the Russian Olympic Committee qualified in both genders. Romania and Mongolia made it with the women. Serbia and Japan made it with the men. As for the rest of the teams, we were supposed to know them in the spring of 2020. That was before an unprecedented pandemic sprinkled even more drama on the road to Tokyo. Now, more than a year later, the 2 most important events in 3x3 history took place in back-to-back weeks in Austria and Hungary. The former brought together to Graz 40 teams for 6 tickets in one of the most innovative venues ever. The latter, in front of a large vaccinated crowd in Debrecen, featured 12 countries and territories who didn't play basketball at the last 2 Olympic Games for the final 2 tickets. Now it's a reminder, 3x3 was also created for new countries to find success in basketball. The next 23 minutes are the story of the teams who punched these last 8 tickets to Japan and will enter the history books as the first men and women to play 3x3 at the Olympic Games.
Chaque athlète a régulièrement l'occasion de pouvoir faire un championnat d'Europe, championnat du monde, mais les JO, peut-être une fois dans leur vie, 2 fois grand max.
JO, je pense que c'est le rêve de tout athlète, c'est le Graal.
Quand le 3x3 est devenu olympique et que la fédération en fait a mis ses priorités dessus, et c'est là en fait qu'on se dit ouais, on peut peut-être y aller en fait. C'est ce qui nous amène depuis maintenant 3 ans.
Ça peut arriver si on travaille dur et si on y croit.
France, they have the number 1 and 2 ranked players in all of the world. They've got gold medals at the Europe Cup 2018, the Europe Cup 2019, silver medal in 2012 World Championships. You want to know who they lost to? Team USA. France just a little bit sluggish, a step slow there. The final few possessions.
De jouer les States au premier match, ça a été compliqué, mais je pense que ça a été au final un cadeau parce qu'on a beaucoup appris de ce match-là.
It was a wake-up call, and they just blazed through the rest of the competition. Dismantled Germany 21-12, then beat up on Indonesia 18-6. Uruguay had no shot, 20-9, and here they are with a chance to advance to the semifinals. We are going to have overtime. The first team to score 2 points wins. No choice but to foul her. This game rests on the hand of Mina Touré. She misses the first of 2. So Hungary dodge a bullet. They're hoping for one more miss, but they're not going to get it. It is France into the semifinals.
I know you're a big fan of Japan and the Japanese culture. Now you get to play Japan in the semifinals for a ticket to Tokyo.
Yes, 10 minutes more to go to my dream.
Can you imagine what's going through these players' minds right now, knowing that they are 10 minutes away from representing their country and fulfilling a lifelong dream? A ticket to Tokyo at stake. It comes down to this possession. Mai Yamamoto. It is actually going to be France that get the win, and they earn the first ticket to Tokyo.
Je vais pas dormir une seule nuit parce que j'aurai trop de choses à voir.
You're going to Tokyo.
Yes, we're going to Tokyo. I'm so happy.
I think that God has a plan. I was actually playing 3x3 when I tore my Achilles. There was a pandemic, and a lot of time went by. They postponed, and now we're here in Graz, and I feel great.
Once I found out that I was, going to be on the team for this Olympic qualifier, I was super excited. It wasn't just something like, oh, I kind of want to do this. I really wanted to be a part of this.
My #1 dream, before even going to college for basketball or something like that, it was to become an Olympian.
This is an American team, as you know, that is absolutely laced with WNBA talent, and the expectations are as high as they can be.
I love playing with this team because everyone is very smart and in tune with what they need to be doing.
The firepower from this United States arsenal, 1 through 4, they'll give it to you. Pick your poison, inside, outside. You want Alicia Gray, you want Stephanie Dolson, you want Katie Lou, you want Kelsey Plum. They're just too powerful, unbeaten in pool play.
When my family and friends watched yesterday, I think some of them were just shook. They didn't know how physical it was, how fast it was, but the common denominator was that was really fun to watch.
My mom was texting me just this is so stressful to watch, but it's so exciting. Now being able to play it and being involved and see how big of a thing it is, and seeing that the women's side just as big as the men's side, it's real cool. I like it a lot. I love playing 3x3.
When you watch men and women play 3x3, everyone's doing the same thing. It's all strategy, skill. The crowds stay to see both people play. It's not like they leave for the women. People are so excited to watch us play.
The ball game, top of the key. Kelsey Plum puts Belarus away. Tokyo, ticket game #2. Stephanie Dolson knocks them down. They are through to the Olympics.
After you just tore your Achilles, some players never come back or never come back the same. And you, 1 year later, you're here winning your ticket to the Olympics.
I want to thank USA Basketball. They could have quit on me. They could have said, we're going to bring somebody else. And they didn't. And I'm just super grateful to my teammates. We're going to the Olympics, baby.
What is special about this team, I think, chemistry and that we are fighting till the end.
10 seconds to play, the ball's in money in the bank's hands. He drives, he up fakes, he got Savage off his feet, and he hit the 2! Unbelievable!
If I didn't make this shot in Serbia, we wouldn't even be here right now. I didn't want to win for myself, I wanted to win for my guys.
I met Mike first time in 2007 when he came to Poland to play 5-on-5, and we were always the biggest rivals on the court, but also we have our friendship and we'll be practicing during summertime, so I hope we can achieve really big things for Poland in the future.
This is a 4-man team with plenty of talent, strong defensive team. Go Tove, up fake, lets it go. Big win, Mongolia flexing their muscle.
That losing game against Mongolia, that was cold shower for us. So we stayed together, we was watching a lot of video, stay focused, and I think this helped us a lot because each game was better.
It's 10 seconds to play, all even at 12 apiece, and the ball is in money in the bank's hands, and he makes a big deposit. The only hiccup they had was against Mongolia. Everybody else in the group got the business handed to them. Money in the bank, Zebo, Pavlo, and Ardush on into the quarters.
I'm so grateful because, pardon my language, I'm rah about everything, or Papa, you didn't do this, da da da. And it's just grateful that they can accept this and accept who I am, and I accept who they are, and we do this together.
We feel that we can do this, yes. We work on this like many years, yes. It's not about 2 months preparation before this tournament, it's a long story.
Batman, can he come to the rescue? No, he cannot. And Poland is gonna hold on to win this.
Before my mom passed away, the last message she said was, I'll see you at the Olympics, son. And I just thank these guys for fighting to the last freaking minute, man.
There's a narrative in Holland where people are always looking in a way as saying like, okay, they're not good enough, or if we win, then the opponents weren't good enough, you know. But I think that also shows a lot of character, that we, you know, believe in ourselves. Just sticking to our plan and focusing on our program is what got us so far. So I'm super proud.
Netherlands really completely changed their style of play with this new quartet of players. This will be a serious test.
I think we didn't play the way we can play and we're supposed to play in the first 2 games, and it hurt us.
No laughing matter though for Netherlands. They start 0-2.
I just started calculating right away what needs to happen for us to continue. So we talked about this and we're like, hey, there's a shot. We've got to score 21 points in every game, and then the rest is up to the odds. Well, the odds were in our favor.
Here on the final day of pool play, the margin for error is slim. So all Netherlands needed 18 points and a win to qualify to the quarterfinals. Netherlands coming to day 4 with an 0-2 record. They never stopped believing that they could get the job done.
After that game, it felt like everything was possible.
The Orange Lions are a free throw make away from shocking the mighty USA. Julian Jaring says, I call game, as Team USA's campaign comes to an end.
I think back where we started and where we're now. We started from the bottom, now we're here.
I think that's one of the most beautiful things of 3x3. As bad as you want it for yourself, you also want it for the guy next to you. In life, that's what I'm looking for.
Netherlands, they're going to Tokyo. It is absolutely unbelievable to see what this team has done.
We worked so hard the last couple of years, and I just want to thank everybody who helped me to get here. My team, Physiolab, Yuri, guys.
5人制っていうところから新しくチャレンジする時には、とても怖いところもあったり、自分に大丈夫なのかな、自分がそのプレーをできるのかなっていう不安もあったんですけど、それを続けていく上でこういう素敵な場所に立てて素敵な仲間とも出会えて。
Japan, they look confident, they look ready to go. What they have not been able to do though is top Australia.
そうですね、やっぱり日本は小さいながらもスピードっていうところを武器にしていて、
やっぱり世界と戦う上で、私たちは小さいですけど世界で通用するよっていうのことを示せたのかなって。
Mai Yamamoto, U23 World Cup MVP. She is quicker than TMZ. Stephanie Mawuli, one of the more dominant players in 3x3, great defender. They started things off with a 21-15 win over Australia. Then they beat up on Iran. They wrap up day 2 with a 20-17 win over Ukraine. Just sprinted away from Thailand, and they did not look back. The Japanese get it done over the Swiss in dominating fashion.
そうですね、このチームメイトは別に私が引っ張っていかなくても個人で。
7 seconds to play, ball in Japan's hands. Mai
My, Japan is not done yet. They will get a chance to compete for that third and final ticket.
お互いどっちのチームも3ゲーム目でしんどくないって言ったら嘘になるんですけど、そういう状況の中でどれだけ自分たちのプレーを最後まで。
Under 2 minutes left, Spain up 5.
やっぱ点数を5点差まで離されたんですけど、そこで我慢して1点ずつ返していったところが勝利につながったと思います。
How about Japan fighting from 4 down late? I told you it wasn't over. So here we go to overtime. Japan survives, and all they need is 1. They don't have to go for 2. Mawuli! Ball game in OT! It is Japan who do it in improbable fashion. They come from behind, and against the odds, they take down a giant.
Finally! Yeah, we got it. I'm so happy to
When I was a kid, I was sitting in a home on the couch and eating the snacks and watching the Olympic Games. Really, I liked it.
Olympics, oh man, this is a different story.
Latvia, they may be the class of the men's competition, and they have the top-ranked player in all of 3x3 on the men's side, Norris Miezis.
In the games, you will do this automatically. We just run and it's synchronizing all the team together.
Not only can they beat you with quickness, not only can they beat you with shooting, they can beat you with smarts. String music from the right side. It's 12-11, Lithuania back in front.
Always against the Lithuanian, it's a tough game, but we showed that we still are better than them.
This Latvian team seems to be a squad on a mission. I don't know who beats them.
Game against Poland, we didn't have that emotions, so I think that's why we lost, and we lost the focus and we lost the game.
We were on the spotlight, and it was a lot of pressure.
We probably forgot that we need to beat them. Yeah, it's our fault.
Latvia, they need to look at this as their last opportunity.
This is not just our journey, it's our family, our friends, and Latvia is very small. Everyone is following us.
We are a small country, but we are with big hearts.
We need that energy, we need that Hulk inside of us.
Lalise, they get it done! Carlos Lasmanis making Dad proud. He competed in '92, Olympics in '96 as a rower, and now he gets to see his son compete in the 2021.
I called my wife, we both, I will be honest, cried and said that we did it together, and yeah, that was very emotional.
Of course, the first mindset was I want to call my wife. She always believed in me.
Shoutouts visiem Latvijā! Mēs braucam uz Tokiju!
I remember 2016, I watched the Rio Olympics, opened up my journal and wrote, I would one day love to be at the next Olympics for 3x3.
I feel so lucky to be here, to be with these girls.
Who would have predicted this? Team Italy is going to finish their pool play campaign 1-3, and they will not have an opportunity to move on to the quarterfinals here.
All 6 of us said, no matter what happens, we're one.
Rules has now joined Italy. We'll see if the decision to make that change on the roster is going to make any difference for Team Italy.
I was ready.
I woke up today and I thought, all right, this is the day that in 2016 I thought about, and then the only thing I was doing for like 2 hours straight, I was just saying, I am an Olympic athlete. I am an Olympic athlete, and I would just repeat it to myself and believe it. I knew the challenge that was ahead of us was one of the greater challenges we had, and I definitely knew that it wasn't going to be Manila where we were going to have the home crowd. The Hungary team is the most physical team in the game. They play with so much heart, so much energy. We knew that with them, every possession you have to play. And then when it was 12-11, they made a great shot. Gori's a great player. She took it right at us.
12-12. The game will come down to this.
I take the ball out, I take a look at the shot clock and the game clock. I realize there's a couple second difference.
They asked for the screen for a pick and roll. Nobody went.
So I said to Ray, okay, play your 1-on-1, you can do it. I was in the corner and Scones was on the guard.
And I'm looking at the game clock and I'm going, I'll just take the jump shot because that's what's here.
Quindi quando è entrato c'è stato un attimo di shock totale. And then there was this silence. Okay, what's happened?
Raylin D'Elia absolutely snatches it from Hungary with a Tissot buzzer beater. I know that Hungary is absolutely shocked, and I'm in shock too.
This was a dream within a dream, so we have one more dream. In 7 weeks, we need you. So thank you, thank you, thank you.
We're not the strongest team, we're not the biggest team, we're not the most talented team. We play attractive basketball, and winning games with it is so much more fun.
We never did it even in 5-on-5, and it was like, nah, this is not possible.
We envisioned that we had to change something, and right before Olympic we shortened the shot clock in practice from 12 to 8, and shots went up like crazy.
Maybe we have a chance, it's Olympics, we give it our all, and let's see what happens.
We cross-matched with the toughest group, so I knew in my heart it will be really tough to beat those teams because they're like only doing that.
From a three-way tie, Team USA is still going to get to the quarterfinals. Belgium needed to win by 8 in order to jump them.
We beat USA and we still didn't manage to go to the quarterfinals, so it was a bittersweet feeling.
The pool games against USA and everything, we won 3 games. We were like, okay, we can really do this.
Especially when Latvia and Netherlands and Poland were qualified and we're not playing this week, we had a big chance this week.
Mongolia was a difficult one. We started well and then you could see stress kicking in. We didn't play our normal game.
They come back, they make the two-pointer off the glass, and then Rafael made the most amazing shot ever.
Bogarts, he could win it with a 2 here. Oh, he hits it. It's heartbreak for the Mongolians. They had the game in their grasp, but what a shot from Bogarts.
I hope he will think about it a lot, because that might be one of the biggest shots for all of us in our whole career.
It's the shot that got us to the Olympics.
I just have to shoot the ball. It's that simple. It was a great pass from Nick and no hesitation on the shot.
I was not really happy because my focus was already I was like, okay, good job, but now we have to do it.
There was a lot of stress involved, and you're playing against Hungary, they have the crowd behind them, so it's kind of tough. But we started off pretty good in the game. I think Thibaut made some huge shots, so it gave us confidence, and I felt like we had control during the whole game.
I don't know how the score went, but then all of a sudden we're up 5-6 and yeah.
Belgium is going to the Olympics. What could be sweeter than that?
It's every athlete's dream to compete at the Olympics. It's the biggest stage for an athlete, so we're going to enjoy it to the fullest.
Unlike the weekend, we were not finna say tears for another day. These were 2 weeks of an emotional roller coaster and a reminder that 3x3 has as much drama, twists, and Hollywood endings as your favorite Netflix show. The 16-team field is now set for 3x3's Olympic debut in Tokyo, with China, Japan, and the Russian Olympic Committee competing in both genders, France, Italy, Mongolia, Romania, and USA with the women, and Belgium, Latvia, Netherlands, Poland, and Serbia for the men. It's quick, it's epic, and now it's Olympic. Make sure you follow the 3x3 Olympic tournament from July 24th through the 28th. You can count on us to tell the story of our first ever Olympians on our social media channels at FIBA 3x3. That's on YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Sina Weibo, and TikTok.